welcome back to another OrCAD X Capture how-to video. In this video, we will explore the cloud data management capabilities of OrCAD X Capture. OrCAD X Capture offers a collaborative development environment where you can create designs and components in your local workspace, and then share them with your team through shared workspaces. To view and manage workspace configurations, navigate to the Workspace Configuration dialog by selecting View, Workspace, Configuration from the toolbar menu. In the Workspace Configuration dialog, the Component Information System selector allows users to choose between an on-premise local CIS ODBC database or a cloud workspace database. The dialog displays a list of workspaces, starting with the user's local workspace, followed by shared workspaces. For each workspace, users can view data residency, which is the geographical location of the workspace data or server, domain, whether the workspace is accessible by internal or external users, and shared with, a list of users who have access to the workspace. To create a shared workspace, click on the New Workspace button. This will open the Add Workspace dialog, where you can enter the name and details of your new workspace, and select the data residency for the shared workspace. During workspace creation, you can also assign a default role for users who will be added to the workspace. The user who creates a shared workspace automatically receives admin privileges for that workspace, with their email ID displayed in bold. As an admin, you can add other users and assign or modify their privileges within the workspace. The available privileges are: Admin grants complete access to all objects within the shared workspace. Admins can perform all activities, including modifying user access, editing objects, and overriding locks on objects. Designer allows users to update and modify designs, as well as check in or check out designs in the shared workspace. Designers have full access to all file types in the projects folder of the file manager and can perform all create, read, update, and delete operations on those files. Librarian provides capabilities for part authoring, editing, and publishing within the shared workspace. Librarians have full access to all file types in the Libraries folder of the file manager and can perform all create, read, update, and delete operations on these files. Designer Librarian grants the combined access privileges of both designer and librarian roles to a user. Viewer offers read-only access to design and library objects within the shared workspace. Viewers with this role can view design and library files but cannot make any modifications. Here, we'll select Designer as the default role. To grant access to all users in your organization's domain, click the All Users button for bulk access setup. Click OK to complete the workspace creation. The newly created workspace will appear in the Workspace Configuration dialog, displaying its data residency and domain as specified. Since it is accessible to all users in the organization, the Shared With section will show an asterisk, followed by the organization domain name, along with the default role. If you need to assign a different role to a specific user, add their user ID and assign a new role, which will override the default role. To create another workspace with access for external members and a different data residency, check the Provide Access to Users of External Domains checkbox. After creation, you can add the user ID from an external domain. To update or edit the settings of a shared workspace, select the workspace, right-click, and choose Manage to open the Manage Workspace dialog. In this dialog, you can update the workspace details as needed. My Workspace is the default workspace for all operations. However, you can set any shared workspace as the default by right-clicking on the desired shared workspace and selecting Set as Default. The default cloud workspace database is used by the part manager to link and update database components. Users can control the visibility of a workspace in the user interface, as well as in the Component Explorer and File Manager. A shared workspace with a disabled eye icon indicates that its visibility is set to hidden. To make hidden workspaces visible, select the workspace with the disabled eye icon, right-click on it, and choose Show in Component Explorer. Similarly, you can hide a shared workspace by performing the same action and selecting Hide. Click OK in the Workspace Configuration dialog to commit all changes. The new shared workspace will then appear in both the Component Explorer and File Manager, highlighted with green demarcation since it was set as the default workspace. Additionally, the workspace whose visibility was turned on will also be visible. The new shared workspace will be accessible to all team members with the appropriate access.